Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here at Local 3 with Chris with Xicaru Mezcal. We're doing a Mezcal tasting and a pig roast, and you've got a bunch of different Mezcals here. Can you walk me through what you got?
This is Xicaru Silver. You say it's Xicaru. Xicaru is a Zapotec word. Zapotecs were the people in Oaxaca before the Spaniards, and it means beautiful.
Excellent. So, when you come to Mezcal, what's the difference between a Mezcal and a tequila?
I always go to three things. Mezcal can be made with any kind of agave. Tequila only with one kind of agave, which is Blue Weber. So think about wine. When you make wine, you can use different grapes. Mezcal, you can use different agave. You get really, really different characteristics. The second thing is the region. Mezcal comes from certain states in Mexico and tequila in very different states. So they both have a denomination of origin. And the third thing is Mezcal is generally smoky because we cook the agave in an underground pit, and that gives it smoky characteristics.
Excellent. So we're going to taste a couple of different of your Mezcals here. So what state of Mexico is this one from?
Xicaru is from Oaxaca.
Excellent. All right, so this is the first one. This is the silver.
This is Xicaru Silver.
Unaged?
Unaged.
All right.
It's made with agave espadín.
What is espadín?
It's the type of agave.
It's a type of agave.
And it takes 8 years to grow the agave before we harvest it. We cook it in an underground pit. We use two kinds of wood, mesquite and acote. Mesquite you know from barbecue, and acote is a type of pine. And they give it really, really distinct smoky notes. After it's cooked, we mash it up with a tahona, which is a stone wheel pulled by a horse. So super authentic. Take that fiber, we put it in a pine vat, add water, it ferments for about 4 days, and then we distill it. So Xicaru Silver is, we would like to think it's like super balanced. You get smoky characteristics, but you also get the agave notes and the earthiness.
So just tasting this, if you want a mezcal's mezcal, it's super smoky, right on the nose, and yet finishes super, super clean. It's light, it's a bit citrusy, and I mean, this is great for mixing, but you could sip on it on its own.
Absolutely, you can sip on it, and I love to have it in like Mezcal Mule, Paloma, which is like grapefruit.
Mezcalita?
Yeah, Mezcal margaritas. All three of those drinks, easy to make, super refreshing. And the sweet and sour in those drinks complement the smoky notes of Xicaru.
Excellent. All right, let's move on to the next one here. All right, so we're on the second one here. What is this?
This is Xicaru Silver 102. The 102 stands for the proof.
Okay.
So it's higher proof. Xicaru Silver is 81 proof. What we do with Silver 102 is we distill it differently than silver. We keep less of the heart, discard more tail, which makes everything more intense, more robust. You get a lot more flavor, more fruit, more smoke, and obviously higher proof.
Now, when you say heads and tails, this is like the beginning of the distillate process versus the end of the distillate process. So there's less heart, so to speak, but that makes it more concentrated.
Exactly.
Really on the tasting notes here, as opposed to the front one, you get fruit flavors. You get, tropical, like papaya or coconut, pineapple maybe. I don't get as much of the smoke on this one, but it really displays.
Have another sip, you get more smoke.
Have another sip?
Yeah, because I think the higher proof blows out your palate and you catch the more smoke on the second sip.
You know what? Especially in the nose, right on the back of your palate. The first one, you smelled more smoke. This one, you taste more smoke on the back end. It has a tannin almost, as if it were wine.
Definitely like different viscosity. It feels thicker. It's more coats. The higher proof, I think, coats your mouth, and the robust flavors, the more concentrated flavors, last longer.
This one sticks on its own. Delicious. Want to do the next one?
Yep.
All right, so the last two that we're going to try here are the Añejo and the Reposado.
Yep, we got a Reposado. We age it about 3 months. We use used American oak barrels. We take those barrels, we wash them out, we scratch them out, we give them a medium toast. Aging softens smoke and adds a little subtle sweetness. So try the Repo.
Okay. Yep. Now, if you're like a Scotch drinker, a whiskey drinker, a bourbon drinker, this is a sipper. Do not mix with this one. This is, it's got some lovely like lighter vanilla notes, maybe some light caramel on it. This is lovely. Now this was is aged a little bit more.
Añejo's aged a year. We use the same used American oak barrels, and the extra aging or the longer aging gives it, I think, more caramel notes. But the other thing that we do with añejo to maintain mezcal characteristic is keep the proof a little higher. So the final proof is on this is 86, which gives it a little punch on the finish.
So the punch on the finish you definitely get. The other thing that you get is more vanilla and a little bit more viscosity. This one tastes a little thicker than the other one does. You can't go wrong with either. So what's kind of the price point range of this?
Well, the whole line, Xicaru Silver is going to be around 30. The high proof is around 40. Pechuga Mole is around 60, 65. The Repo and the Añejo, Repo's 35, and the Añejo's 45 to 50. So all reasonably priced, super approachable.
Yeah, none of these are going to break the bank on you, and they're all delicious. There's not a bad one amongst them. If you want to grab them, you got to go to Tower. You can go to the one in near Morsogo or the one up in Doraville. Either way, like, follow, subscribe. Chris, I cheers you, but your hands seem full.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. You got
What's Xicaru mean?
You're killing me, buddy.
Beautiful. I told you.
It means beautiful.
Zapotec word for beautiful.
Zapotec word for beautiful.
He's out.
I'm out. Like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you.